Hey there, this is HT Chambers. Hope everyone's doing well. This is Friday, June the 5th, and I hope that you're doing well. I've got three quick updates I want to bring to your attention, and I promise I will be brief, as most people like that. First update I'd like to mention is just a quick note to our class of 2020 graduates and their families. We are going to obviously holding graduation next week, Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. We are keeping an eye on the storm, the tropical storm in the Gulf of Mexico. And right now, it appears as though maybe we're going to get lucky and not have any severe weather. But as you know, if you've lived on the coast at all, you know that these storms can make last minute changes. And should that occur, we will make the necessary decisions to either reschedule or postpone graduation until another date. For Alief Early College High School and Kerr, that your graduations are Monday. You perhaps are most at risk, I guess. Um, I will make a decision if I have to. I will make a decision by Sunday at 3 p.m. So stay tuned. The second update is on the opening of school for the 2021 school year. As you know, the first day of school is August the 6th. It's a Thursday. And I just want everyone to know, because there's a lot of questions. I get it. There's a lot of unanswered questions about what it's going to be like. What are we going to do? How are we going to handle it? And those are all legitimate questions that need answers. We have assembled a large task force of Alief leadership team members, and we are identifying what are the big decisions that we have to make and what are the best courses of action for us to make those decisions. So this task force, it's calling it Reentry Recovery Task Force. This task force is looking at things like what are the safety and security protocols we're going to need to have in place for both adults and for children to attend school. How are we going to deliver instruction, teaching, learning, both in person and virtually while students are at home and while some staff may be at home. Because we're going to have to do that. We're going to have both. We're going to have students in school and face-to-face, and we're going to have staff in school teaching face-to-face. But we're also going to have students at home and staff members at home. So we are fully aware of those challenges and those barriers, and we're working to resolve those. Please be patient. Please show some grace with us as we take our time trying to make the best decisions possible. There are some decisions we cannot make until the state of Texas makes some decisions on how it may impact us with funding, with our money, as well as other expectations the state of Texas may have that we need to react to, both on the safety and security side, on the teaching and learning side, and on the funding side. So please be patient, but I will continue to update you with everything I know as soon as we possibly can. Last and certainly not least, I just want to briefly speak to the issue that's going around our country as it relates to the injustice, the inequitable, unequal treatment of individuals in our country. It's a problem that's been in our country a long time, and it is time. It is time that they be addressed in a meaningful, real way. Excuse me. And like like those watching this, I've watched the news and I've watched the coverage, and I'm saddened that our country, our great country, has gotten to this point. And in many cases, we've allowed ourselves to get to this point. But now it's time for something to happen so that you don't see none of us for the rest of our lives experience anything that we've experienced and have experienced for a long time. And I'm speaking of the death of Mr. George Floyd. It invokes a lot of emotions, a lot of reactions. But one of the things that I guess gives me hope is that when I look at for example, our class of 2020, when you look at these graduates, a lot of responsibility and a lot of pressure is going to be placed on them. And they're going to have to deal with these situations along with every generation. We're going to have to deal with these situations. But watching the Alief class and looking at the diversity in our class and the history of diversity in this district, the rich history, the meaningful, successful diversity in this district, I'm just honored to be a part of it, to be a very small part of it. And I look to graduates of our class of 2020 to be the problem solvers, not only of this critically important issue, but other problems and other issues that we know exist now and that will exist, that we do not know that will exist in the future. But, anytime I talk to an individual who graduated from an A-Leaf high school or who went to school in A-Leaf, whether they graduated 40 years ago or they graduated last year, the one thing they tell me two things. One, we got a great education. But two, they say we got a better life education. And that comes from the diverse culture that they were exposed to. And every one of them come back after going to college and come back and tell me, oh my gosh, my people that I've met from other parts of the state or other schools districts are nowhere near as prepared to deal with diversity as an A-Leaf graduate. We should all be proud of that. We should all be proud of that. And the rest of our country could learn from A-Leaf ISD and the A-Leaf community. So thank you for supporting our school district and our students. We will continue to provide an equitable education is to the extent as humanly possible. That will be a guiding light for how we try to approach education for our students. We will do it in a way in which gives every student an opportunity to pursue whatever it is they find interesting, whatever it is they want to do. Our job is to provide it in an equitable manner, and we will continue doing that. And hopefully our graduates will begin the generation, will be a part of the generation that solves the problems that we have had in this country for a long time. So with that, thank you. God bless to every one of you guys, and take care of yourselves.